What's up, my guys and geeks? I love the Chronicles of Narnia book series by C.S. Lewis, and I also am a big fan of the films, even though they might not have done everything perfectly. And I found out that Netflix is actually planning to adapt a new Chronicles of Narnia movies, series, reboot kind of thing. And I wanted to review the news for that and look at why I'm actually very concerned about this project. Alright, if you go on to enjoy this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that notifications bell for the next time I upload an awesome video. And be sure to comment down below what your thoughts are on the Chronicles of Narnia reboot, reset, new series that we're getting. Overall, there's not been a ton of news about this overall series. We know that we're going to be getting it from Netflix, and that they've assigned Greta Gerwig, who just released the Barbie movie, to direct at least the first two films in the franchise. And they've said that this is not going to be connected to the previous films, which is probably good because the actors from that are like 20 years older by this point, and it wouldn't make any sense. But they're going to try to adapt some of the movies. It's not clear how many or which movies they're going to be adapting, it's just that they are going to be adapting part of Chronicles of Narnia. And Greta Gerwig, she's directed a few other projects besides Barbie, Lady Bird, Little Women, one other project. My main concern is that C.S. Lewis was a Christian when he wrote this series, and he intentionally designed this series to provide a lot of Christian allegories and to provide a lot of metaphors for things that are important to the Christian faith. So I definitely want somebody to direct this project who shares C.S. Lewis's views and is able to bring that same passion for creating a fantasy story that still presents biblical truth in a meaningful way.
That does seem reasonable.
And so then I was trying to do some research into Greta Gerwig and her religious background. And I found she talked about in interviews that she took some of her Catholic background from going to a Catholic boarding school. And that's how she created some of the iconography for Barbie. But then I dug deeper because I was trying to figure out what religion she currently held. I couldn't find anything about her current belief system. I did find that she was raised as a Unitarian Universalist. And as best I can tell, Unitarian Universalism is a liberal religious movement characterized by a free and responsible search for truth and meaning. So basically nothing like Christianity at all. Pretty much the second you introduce the word liberal, you're a liberal religious group, you know that you're not exactly sticking to the core tenets of Christianity. And that concerns me because the main thing with a project like this is that you want to bring across what made the original Chronicles of Narnia so special. And that wasn't just the fantasy and all the different creatures, but for me at least, I really appreciated the way you could see all these allegories for C.S. Lewis's own faith and the way that he put that faith and poured his passion for communicating the Bible and what it says into creating this amazing children's story that also does a wonderful job spreading the message of the Bible. So I don't feel like any director who doesn't share C.S. Lewis's beliefs and doesn't share that same passion for spreading Christianity is going to be able to adapt the Chronicles of Narnia to its true potential. Sure, they may be able to take the same story beats and some of the same character moments, and sure, it might make Netflix some money, but it's not going to do what it really needs to do in order to be a faithful adaptation. And then I'm worried that there's going to be other people who would just straight up refuse to watch this because they find it a bit disgusting that what C.S. Lewis clearly intended to be a Christian allegory is just being perverted by big studios for a quick profit. So I don't know if I would watch this project if they went forward with it as stands. And I definitely know that there's other people, possibly even people in my house, who wouldn't watch this project sheerly because they refused to find a director who holds the same beliefs and who has the same values as the original creator of the source material. There's a difference between adapting something like Harry Potter or Percy Jackson, where even then we see that you still need the original creator in order to create any proper adaptation of the source material. But even then, this is different beyond that, because J.K. Rowling and Rick Riordan, they just intended to create fun children's stories. C.S. Lewis was going beyond that and also adding in a very personal aspect of his faith. So, in order to do a proper adaptation, you need somebody who shares the same belief system. And then on other notes, I'm not sure what they're doing. They've only announced that they're doing 2 projects. They haven't announced which of the 7 Chronicles of Narnia books are going to be adapted.
It's a mystery, and it will always be a mystery.
And I don't know if you're going to embark down this path. I want to see an adaptation of all 7 books. I want to see not only the 3 films that we did get done even better, but also the other 4 stories told in order to flesh out this world. Now, I mean, I have no idea which stories they're going to go with. I think simply because of their lack of connectivity, we can pretty clearly rule out The Horse and His Boy and The Magician's Nephew, but still that leaves 5 stories and no idea of which ones they're going to adapt. But I don't know. I would love to see a good Chronicles of Narnia reboot that tells all 7 stories and is faithful to C.S. Lewis's original works. But unfortunately, it doesn't seem like that's what Netflix is planning to give us. So I'll keep my fingers crossed that they make better decisions. But until they do, I am just not at all excited for this project. But all right, those are my thoughts. Be sure to give me your thoughts in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that notifications bell for the next time I upload an awesome video. If you want to see my thoughts on the writers and actor strikes in Hollywood, you can click on this side of the screen. And if you want to see me break down the 10 characters I need to see in James Gunn's new DCU, you can click on this side of the screen. But you've only got 3 seconds because this video is about to end. Adios.